the Doctor of Who.
And I'm Maze, and tonight we are in a whole new league as our search for justice continues.
But will our fight be worth the 10-minute walk up to the cinema? So on Friday, we tried to watch Justice League, but it failed. 10 minutes or so in.
Yeah, we watched about 40 minutes of ads and the first 10 to 15 minutes of the movie, and then the lights came up and we were told to evacuate. So round 2, we're gonna see how it goes.
Let's see.
Hopefully it's gonna be better than the first 15 minutes.
Well, your camera certainly doesn't think so.
Oh no?
I think it's running out of cardage, but we'll find out.
Everybody knows that the dice are loaded. Everybody.
Wow.
It was a movie. It was. It just was. That's the thing. At the end, Will and I just kind of sat there going,
how do I feel?
do we like it?
I enjoyed it, and I would tell someone I enjoyed it, but I wouldn't say, you should see this. Before we get into the nitty gritty, let's just unspoilified, just like basic thoughts.
Yeah.
So that they can stop watching and either go see it or just not see it.
Okay. Wait until it's on Netflix.
Yeah. There's no reason to see this at the movies. At all.
Not really. I wouldn't vote my money towards that.
Yeah, not
or
at
put
all.
that in and say, yeah, this is something I'm gonna see. Yeah.
Not really worth it. There's a story that doesn't really exist until about the hour and a half mark. A villain that's kind of like, he's like, if you imagine this as a sitcom, he's like the cameo guy that kind of pops in every now and then to like be like, hey, here's my little ongoing plot that I'm just kind of doing on the side.
Basically,
and it's just, the villain's terrible, which Marvel never quite get right either, but that's just a superhero thing. The music's great. That's something I'll talk about. I love music, and I was doing this a lot.
Yeah, actually was. You're like, wow, that's amazing. Like, this is cool. Oh, the original thing, like, feedback.
So if you like the scores of other DC films, not the Nolan films, but all the other ones, you'll probably enjoy this film. But
definitely.
I mean, you won't enjoy it. You'll be like, this is cool. But
the only thing is you're not going to enjoy it. You're just gonna watch.
You're just gonna watch the film. Let's talk about if you're not going to see the film, keep watching. And if you have seen the film, keep watching. But if you haven't seen the film but you want to see the film, go see the film. And then come back,
because look, some spoilers are going to happen. Spoilers. I kind of found a few things. I was kind of warring between kind of rolling my eyes at this movie, but also really enjoying it. And so I think because I have heard so much, not criticism, but not great things about this movie, I kind of went in going, oh, really? Batfleck, really? Just, man, don't take your shirt off, which he doesn't, so that's really good. Good one, DC.
It's like all the shirtless budget went to Jason Momoa, and everyone was fine with that.
I was very fine with that one.
Yeah, I know. I noticed.
That's not a saying.
Like, there were quite a few one-liners, like really cheesy one-liners, some really good one-liners. And it was really interesting seeing the way that the characters work together and the different personalities. So the Flash, for example. Yeah. Like,
Flash was great.
He was the comic relief of the movie.
He was so good. If you've watched the TV show, it's a great portrayal of Barry Allen and that universe. I was like, can they do it again but different? And they did. It's a different interpretation. Strongly relies on everything that the Flash is, but it's just, he has so much fun. He has so much joy in this film.
Yeah, he's kind of almost like nerdy and really almost socially awkward, and you can't help but just feel like, oh, Barry Allen,
He's so adorable.
You're just so great.
He's
like that friend that you just, he's the kid.
Yeah, he's the kid of this family.
He's kind of like this, the Spider-Man.
Spider-Man? Yeah,
the Spider-Man.
He is the Spider-Man in this family.
Yeah.
See, I'm afraid of bugs and guns and obnoxiously tall people.
You really did kind of get the sense that they were a team working towards a common goal, and they weren't just mates who were just like, oh, hanging out, and then, wow, there's an alien, we should probably fight it.
Yeah.
You know, it was really good. And even, you know, they had their own comedic moments, but they also had their really serious moments.
Yeah. The film starts 3 times, just FYI. You've got a Superman bit on the phone, which is like, that's a cool precursor, that's cool. And then it's like this Batman scene with an alien.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, now it's time for a music montage with Superman dying. It's like, when does the film actually start? You had 3 different options there, and you just had them all. It's because we've seen it twice. Both times we were like, what the hell is going on?
That was the part, yeah. We only got up to, we saw...
Aquaman just diving.
Yeah, Aquaman didn't even dive in.
No, he got into the water.
No, he didn't even take his shirt off. No, Sid, that was a surprise for me this time. That was worth going back.
That's the only reason we went back. Oh, the green screen in that scene is impossibly bad. Like
you could really tell in this movie the points where they had to go back and reshoot. Mm-hmm. One specifically was what you told me about Superman's lips. Yeah. It's
like he's got marbles in his mouth and his lips are just kind of moving over the top of the marbles, because obviously I assume the way that 3D animation works is that they've created a mouth with teeth in it and then like a fleshy texture over it that is opening and closing, and it's just kind of rippling over these fake teeth. And it's just like, ugh.
It's so graphic.
Oh, that's what I was feeling. I could hear the sound.
You could hear the bubbles.
I don't think anyone's ever heard teeth and gums before, but I heard it in this film. It made me uncomfortable. Clearly, you put all the money into that, and then none of the money into Steppenwolf actually looking like a real thing. Because he just looked like a CGI thing.
He did look like a character of a game that I'd be playing. You know, like I would want to battle this person. And there were actually quite a few times, that opening Batman scene, I said, just reminded me of playing Arkham Knight. It was dark, Gotham, it was raining.
Yeah, what a welcome to this film. It's marble teeth and then CGI Batman. It's like, what am I going to watch
That's true. And we had to see that twice. So if you're going to watch it, just watch it once.
Yeah, just don't. No.
Pardon the pun, the saving hero of the movie was really Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Her beginning scene had me in chills. Both times that I saw it, that was one that I just was really good. And her character, especially from her backstory, really is continued in this film. It's not like they just made an amazing film about Wonder Woman and just chucked it back in. Yeah, no, it was really good.
It was very cool. I liked all the Steve Trevor things. And I like, because in Wonder Woman it kind of just got left off that she kind of, it seemed like she got over him. Like she was like, this is the past, I'm moving on. But I like that this film is like, no, because she's still hidden. She's still not being in the open and being the hero that she really is.
And it was interesting, they said like you kind of hid yourself for like not over a century, but like quite a long time, from World War One to wherever the hell we are now. And only now you're kind of coming back out into the light and doing these things. So that was a kind of a really good. It was a transition from the movie. I wouldn't say it was really good, but it was good that they continued to mention it. Yeah,
I think everyone in this film, Cyborg a little, there was only a small amount, but everyone kind of had an arc.
I totally forgot about him.
Yeah, exactly. Who knows about Cyborg?
He's got a great voice.
He does. It's very cool. But it's like one scene. It's the one where Superman's come back and like Cyborg talks and it's like this modulated deep voice, and then Batman talks and it's this like deep modulated voice, and then Jason Momoa talks and it's like this deep voice, and then it's like Barry Allen, he's like, okay guys, and it's like, ha! Yeah, I think Aquaman and Cyborg definitely just kind of were there.
We needed more story, but that would have been movies,
too long.
You know, because I think you had a little bit of each character, but it just wasn't enough to actually make you start caring about these characters.
Was like the beginning of the film has these moments, and it's like each character has their little arc going on, and it's like they had made 5-10 minute short films, and then they were like, all right, we're gonna put this in the movie, and it'd be weird to just put them back to back, so let's like just cut them into thirds and then just put bits. It was the point of the film where I think we were both like, what's going on?
Where are we going? Like, we still don't even know where we're going in this film. We don't really know who the enemy is. We don't know how they're going to be. And it was, the first 50 minutes of the movie was just trying to tell the backstory of these characters.
That should have been in those films.
That should have been in those films.
Civil War introduces Black Panther and it introduces Spider-Man. And we hadn't seen them before. And they're just there. And they're given, a bit of backstory, but not in the same way they're kind of slotted in with a bit of backstory, and it just works. Whereas this film, it's like they were like, okay, these are brand new characters, people have never seen them before, let's just spend half of the film introducing every single one of them, and
With
just
backstory as well.
Yeah, it just bogged it down.
But once you got past all of that, that's when it picked up, and that's when you could really kind of sit back and enjoy, oh, there's a movie!
Yeah.
We're going somewhere, take me with you!
And it was just a bit more light, and it was a bit just, it had an idea, and the villain was actually there.
Yeah, he wasn't just, I don't know, this weird flashback of Wonder Woman for a second. That was all he really was.
Yeah, she's talking about the history of the war with all these people, and it was like, is this happening now?
Yeah.
Is this happening when? What we're saying is, in the same way this is rambly and chaotic, this film is just rambly and chaotic.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't really know where you're going, but then once it's finished, hopefully you have an understanding about where it's going.
It certainly, not in the same way that Wonder Woman did, it puts me in Wonder Woman, I was like, I'm keen for more of these films. This film, I'm like, okay, I think there's something here. I'm okay with you making more of these. Because at the end of Batman vs Superman, I was like, don't.
Yeah.
Just stop.
Yeah.
But at this one, I'm like, I want to see Flash, and I want to see Aquaman, and I want to see Wonder Woman, I want to see Batman die.
Yeah.
And he's just not good, is he?
Just shave, man! Because the whole time I did not see Batman vs Superman. I was not really interested at all. Superman left me with a really almost sour taste in my mouth, going, there was so much destruction on the earth, and I just can't get past it.
Yeah.
So I didn't see that Batman vs Superman, but the only thing I saw of any of the promos was Batman with his stupid gruff salt and pepper beard thing, and it wasn't anything. And I thought, you're freaking Batman. I don't care how old you are or how.
You're not Tony, mate.
Yeah, and you still have Alfred, so even if you're incapacitated, he can still give you a nice clean shave. And so there was one point when they were on the plane that he shaved, and I went, ah! And then he...
And then the next scene where he's Batman, he's got a beard again.
He's got it back again. I'm like, no!
How many of you are there? Not enough.
What do we think? What final thoughts?
It's another step in the right direction. That it was like, Wonder Woman took like 6 steps, and then this film at the start took 5 steps back. So we were only 1 step forward, and then it just kind of it had a little creep forward. So it's like 1.5 steps in the right direction.
Yeah, no, I would completely agree with you there. For a DC movie, I enjoyed it. And I think, as Will actually told me earlier, Joss Whedon came in halfway through, and he is the producer,
the director writer of some of the Marvel
stuff.
Yeah.
And so he kind of made it a little bit more lighthearted, which I found really good. One thing I find about DC movies is they're just all too dark. I say, like, honestly, even the lighting, you only see half of their face, and so a few times during this movie, I went, oh, that's half a face, that's half a face,
DC shot.
that's the DC shot. But I think it would be interesting after we get a few more single movies to go back and go, oh, okay.
This is where they started.
This is where they started, and yeah, I am actually really looking forward to seeing what else DC has to offer.
It's very annoying that, and I don't want to say it, that when it turned a bit Marvel, I was like, I'm in.
Yeah, I know.
It's a terrible thing because
it's not meant to be Marvel versus DC, or like, oh my gosh, we love Marvel so much.
I have to hate DC, but it's just like, DC clearly have no idea how to make these films.
Got none.
They're just not doing it. So it's like, just do what you have to do, which is just take that little Marvel goodness and just swallow it. Swallow the Marvel.
Swallow the goodness.
Do whatever you have to do with it.
On a deeper level, if you think about the state of the world that we're in today and all of these war things, you just don't want to have to sit through a dark movie and then turn on the news and see almost exactly the same thing. And that's one thing I really enjoyed about Thor Ragnarok was that it was so lighthearted, and spoiler, the imploding of a planet is made a little bit lighthearted. I know some people didn't like that, but for me, I want to be able to escape for 2 or if it's DC, 3 hours. And if they continue making it a little lighter, I'm all in DC, honestly.
We're finished. My two highlights is Aquaman sitting on the lasso of truth scene. Phenomenal.
Oh my gosh, that was really good.
And the mid-credit run scene, because they like held in the pose and then it was cut to black, but they kept the sound of it and it was just in the cinema. That was freaking cool.
Whereas I didn't. Now you know that, I'm gonna have to watch it again because I didn't even hear
it was very cool.
Sound.
Do you have 2 scenes as well?
I think my first one would have to be Wonder Woman's opening scene after the bomb has exploded and the guy goes to the crowd with a machine gun and she's going through just like like ricocheting all the bullets off, and her expression, I think this is totally a testament to Gal, is just her expression in Wonder Woman is just so caring for these people. Chills.
Yeah.
I think my other favorite scene it's actually not the scene where
he takes his shirt off.
That is very close. That is in a whole other category. Like if we're thinking about systematic things. Superman, I think he just captures something, almost that light again, and because he is kind of held as this symbol of hope, I was really excited when he came back in.
And came back as Superman, not as whatever the frick that other thing was in the other films. That wasn't Superman.
Yeah, I hope he comes back as Superman and not some dark, twisted, half-lit...
Just breaking people's necks. You don't do that, mate.
And destroying half the world? That don't even get me started on that. My Superman is hope and lights and fighting for people. Right? Makes you feel good. But all of a sudden, half the world's destroyed and is just not it. Anyway, first scene when Superman's back, probably not my favorite. It was a bit confusing. After that point, he just... And at that final battle scene when he comes in, yes, he says a cheesy line like, "Is this guy bothering you?" You know, and he does do this like weird thinking face, like Joey from Friends. Like, he's great. I love him. He's a symbol of hope that DC is going in the right way.
So fingers crossed we get more movies like this combined with Wonder Woman minus Wonder Woman's final scene and this film's first half. That more scenes, more films like that.
Thank you. We'll do this again sometime and we'll invite you along.
Well,
maybe.
Invite you after we filmed it by making you watch it. If that's what you consider an invitation.
That's it.
Yeah.
Invitation's out there.
An invitation is out there.
Like, subscribe,
and
do
comment.
Your thing, and comment, please. Tell us how we're doing.
Something's definitely bleeding. What a stupid line.
Something's definitely bleeding.